because of the views, a lot of views that you have. Amen? So take that also into consideration. So without wasting any time, I think there's so many topics that we can discuss the whole day. But today I want us to get into what we are here for. And I would like to start introducing our different exhibitors. So they will be coming in front to share with you what they're here for, the type of careers, the type of courses, the type of opportunities that they have within their organizations. So I want you guys to give them all the respect, and you can ask any questions if you have questions. If you want to write down some notes, make sure that you do so. So I'm going to start by introducing our first exhibitor. Let's give it up for Rachel.
That's going to wake you up. Good morning, everybody. Everybody, everybody. We're good. Okay, I'm just going to get started. If it does, I'll just go around. So, firstly, am I seeing all grade 12 here today? Okay, so firstly, I want to say good morning to you guys. I do know this school. I've been here a couple of times already. Some of you guys I've seen, some of you not. But firstly, my name is Nathan and I represent the Richfield Cape Town campus. And just a quick history is we have a total of 8 campuses around South Africa. So as the colleague has mentioned, if you see yourself there is maybe not going to be in Cape Town. We have Gauteng branch. We have a KZN branch in Durban. We even have Polokwane, and last but not least, we have a distance learning department. So a total of 8, right? Now, you guys are in matric. Some of you guys know what you want to study. Some of you guys don't know what you want to study. But what I do encourage is do those applications, even if it's not an issue. You know why I say so? It's because you need the papers in order to get a good job. So I do encourage you guys that apply if possibly you can, so that you can get an answer at the end of the year and then you go to the pass. Okay? For those that are interested in what I am or business in IT, you can come see me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to encourage each of you guys to speak to each exhibitor that's here, because they each have something to offer. If business in IT is not your field, but you want to know more, you come. If it's an additional option that I can give you, you come. If it's something that is not one of your options, but you want to know where am I good for what I want to do, you can still come. Because if I give you something, if I can stop something, then I'll do that. Okay? So Richfield has a rich history of over 36 years old. Is there anyone that's 36? Okay. So we started our levels at high certificate level. We have a diploma level and we have bachelor's as well. And for those of you guys that want to go even further with them, we have postgraduate diploma honors and we have a master's in business administration that is just under a doctor. Right? By a show of hands, who wants to go into IT? Let me see. Information technology. So if you want to go to the IT space, whether you have pure maths, technical maths, maths literacy, we can accept you for IT, right? Now, I'm not going to go into much detail because that's why my table is available for more info, okay? But what I can say about IT is we offer you the opportunity to become a specialist in the field of IT, right? If I want to go into, for example, software engineering, what do? I do coding, I can design games, I can design applications. Someone sitting here can design and do WhatsApp, mobile applications, right? Someone here that wants to go into cyber security. We have some of you guys here, right? You want to tell me a little bit about it? So for the guys, okay, before I go further, I just want to outline that we only respect each other on the left side and the right side of the class. You know why? This might not be for you, but someone next to you might be for. Am I correct in saying that? So can we have respect in that way? What I would at least want you to do is at least listen. If you want to be an engineer, it's fine. Your colleague next to you maybe wants to go into the technology space, right? So requirements, bachelor's course pure maths, 30% plus. See you next year. That's it. Full stop. Course of diploma, you get qualified with 3-year program, diploma in information technology. And then higher certificate pass symbol, and that's it. Right? Long story short, our applications are open for IT. Please come see me after this is done. Last but not least, the reason why I left this for last is who would like to go into business? Who wants their own business? Nobody. Quick one. What's your name? Okay. So no matter what career you go into, guys, can we just settle down? No matter what career you go into, the good thing in this day and age is to have multiple sources of income. Why? Things are expensive. That's why we created a specialized business program. What can I do? If I would like to go into entrepreneurship, I want to start my own business. If I want to learn how to manage, I want to learn how to manage people so that one day I can become a supervisor, manager, and then go into the senior management. Right? Why so random? Yes. Yes. Must I summarize that question for you? Did everybody get that? He wants to know how do we teach business because the sector is broad. Is that your question? Okay, must I answer that in the most simplest form? Our faculty is business and management. What does it do? It incorporates business, management, and people skills. So if you want something that is broad, we will teach you from the ground up. So that's why I'm telling you, if you want to go into the sector of entrepreneurship, we'll teach you that sector. If you want to go to the management sector, you have project management, strategic management, all of those is part of the degree. What benefits you is you can choose a pathway. We have 4 options. Option 1, if you want to go into finance, we have accountancy, 4 chartered accountants, not just an accountant. Option 2, if you are more of a creative person, creative thinker, creative mind, I've heard some social media, that sort of thing, then we have marketing management. Now marketing is broad. I have a question for you guys, is marketing South African? Was it made in South Africa? Would you believe me that marketing is global? So with marketing, you can touch into the international space because why? They are international brands. Am I right? So if you are a creative, we have marketing management.
we'll just introduce our next exhibitor. Let's put it together for the Hawks. Give it up for the Hawks.
A special greeting to the learners of Sizimele. My name is I come from Director of Preparatory Crime Investigation, commonly known as the Hawks. Yes, that's the Hawks. Yes. What of you guys? Can you just tell me what is it that you know about the Hawks?
The Hawks are the ones that end with the rain of Bahara, young gangsters from Sizimele. That's all I know.
Their responsibility is to investigate national priority offenses, okay, such as serious organized crime, serious commercial crime, and serious corruption crime investigation. And the petrol is on the serious, all right? Why serious, all right? Serious because the investigations that we work with are all kind of like investigation that more focused on syndicates, all right? But before I expand on, I think it won't be, our introduction won't be complete if I do not introduce the members that are at the back. My responsibility is I'm in the Hawks, okay? I'm the provincial spokesperson for the Hawks, so I'm within the communication environment. At the back, we've got Captain, if I mention your name, can you then just wave at them? I've got Captain Pamela, all right? Who is in the serious organized crime investigation, but mainly focusing on trafficking in persons. If you know, do you know trafficking in persons? Trafficking in persons, okay. Somebody say yes. Can you tell me about trafficking in persons? Tell me about trafficking in persons. So, Captain Pamela works with trafficking in persons, all right? But for more information, we'll go back at the back of our exhibition table so that we can be able to give you more information about it, all right? And then we've got Captain Boy, and Warren Officer they are within the SANEB team. SANEB is South African Narcotics Enforcement Bureau, all right? They work with drugs, okay? So they're going to tell you more about e-drugs. Hence we are here, we want to tell you that drugs can destroy your lives, all right? For you to follow your the name of the school, which is Sizimele, meaning that you are committed and you want to go and further your career in terms of what is it that you want to do in life, you need to refrain from using cards, all right? And then we've got, oh yes, Utina, okay, Constable Tina, Constable Tina. She is also within the serious organized crime investigation, but within the National Priority Violent Crimes team, all right? They mainly focus on CIT robberies, police killings, and the rest. More information will be shared at the back, all right? And then we've got Constable Maklina and Constable Zingo Patekile. They are from the Serious Commercial Crime Investigation. They work with fraud, all right? Estate fraud, but you get more information from them at the back. And then lastly, we've got agency praise, all right? As much as I mentioned that we are the Hawks, and I know that first thing that comes to your mind when you say Hawks, you think of police, definitely, all right? And so more you think that we're an investigating environment. But besides being detectives, we've got careers within or job opportunities within the support environment. So Prince will tell you more about what careers or what job opportunities that we offer within the directorate from the support environment. Careers within the field of human resource management, finance, supply chain, and then communication as well. We also have digital forensic investigation, which is more into the forensic auditing and cyber crime. So if anybody wants to work within the cyber environment, we also have an environment where you are able to then explore in that direction. So more information that you want within or about the Hawks, you will get it from our exhibition table at the back. Thank you so much. I hope that you guys are going to focus, and I know I can see that you guys are focused, and good luck for your metric, and hoping that you'll be able to succeed in whatever endeavors that you are going to achieve. Thank you so much.
All right. Give it up one more time for the Hawks. All right. So I'm hoping that you are learning something now. All right? Okay. So right now I'm going to introduce our next exhibitor. Let's put our hands together for Rosebank International. Give it up for Rosebank International.
Already. How are you guys? I think it's my first time coming to this school. I've been wanting to come, and it's a pleasure for me to be invited here by my brother here. Thank you. Guys. I wish with that being said, I want to start by introducing myself. My name is Sizimele. Born and bred in Scotland. I'm now currently working for Rosebank International, formerly known as Rosebank College. Yes, nobody can ask me. Very proud of it. It's quite famous in TikTok, so I think somebody we just recently branded to Rosebank International. We were Rosebank College. We are on the third of becoming one of the first private universities in SA. We offer quite a range of qualifications, as higher certificates, diplomas, degrees, all qualifications, it's the very same qualifications that people are studying in the traditional public universities. What we want to do as private institutions is we want to remove the stigma of seeing yourself studying in college as being inferior. That's not true. There's a lot of successful people that have, studied at Richfield, Roseland, International, Edgeworth, MLS. We have lawyers, we have teachers, we have social workers, IT technicians, software developers, successful people that are studying, that also study in colleges. So we do this to encourage you guys to know that you have options. To be honest, we have to face the reality that our traditional public universities do not have the capacity to accommodate everyone. And you need to know that there's other options for you guys. That's why we come to you to give you such information. It's not all of us that are going to Stellenbosch, UWC, UCT, but that's not the end of the road. The corona is in now, so that's the mentality that you're trying to instill in your mind. So we offer, as I said, we specialize in IT, teaching, degree. If you want to be a lawyer, you can come study with us. If you want to be a social worker, if you aspire to become an IT person, if you want to be an accountant. But I want us to also be careful of what we choose when we go to study next year. We don't need to study for the sake of studying. Because as Sir said that we have to also face the reality of unemployment. So you don't want to just study because you're want to do this, so I want to do that. For the next 30 to 40 years, and you may know what happening. So you choose something that you do love. And this guy is famous on TikTok, he dances, he loves it. Nobody forces him to dance. He does it because he loves doing it. So if one of them turn you already know what you go into teaching, you go to do a bachelor of education, information, to intermediaries, because you love sharing knowledge, you love kids, you understand? So you don't do something because no, you do what you love because you have been doing it. You would have been in that career for quite a long time. And also the career that you choose, guys, needs to align with where the world is going. You must know that, okay, if there's a lot of unemployed people that have a degree in, there's no bad degree, but the reality is there's some degrees that have a high unemployment. So that's why we encourage people to do that research, to know what is the job market looking for. Are they looking for lawyers? Are they looking for IT technicians? Are they looking for policewomen and policemen? Are they looking for teachers? What is needed in the job market so that I can contribute meaningfully? You don't want to graduate and sit at home because you're already facing a huge problem in our community of people sitting and doing nothing. And we don't want to see you guys in the same paradigm. We are here to encourage you guys, we are here to help you guys, and we are here to give you guys the information because that is what we do and that is what we love. We want to make a difference. And we also love for you to make a difference in our society, in our communities. Unemployment, I'm going to speak to this matter. Because there's a lot of people that are sitting home with qualifications. Hence, I'm saying you must identify a good career for yourself. IT, for instance, is a good career. Will I say it? What do you like about it?
Is making my imagination come to life. That's it. So I did a lot of web like this, software like this, and I would one day like to make all of them come to the real world.
Awesome. IT guys is becoming a very huge part of everyone's life, whether you like it or not. It's contributing, it's contributing hugely into our lives. It's making our lives easier, what we need to know is that it also has money for me. So if you study IT, you're gonna get a good job, and you're gonna be earning a nice salary. Which goes back to the first thing I say, that it's important you choose relevant careers, because we need money. Say we want to move out of whatever situations that we find ourselves in, and the reality is, money is a big factor. So guys, to go back to Postbank International, we have 9 campuses across South Africa. Joburg, KZN, we just recently opened a campus in Standard. We also have a campus at FIE. We have an online campus. If you want to study online, maybe you want to work or study, you can join our online campus. We have so you can study. You also have blended learning. Blended learning means that you both 50% online, 50% full time. We are a private institution, so unfortunately, NSFAS does not yet cover for foreign students that are studying in private institutions. It's a discussion that's ongoing. I wish, but that's still not the end of the road, because we help you guys apply for bursaries. So you apply, and you go to our website, you submit your application, 150 rand, and then you come to us and you say that I want to study at Postbank International, but I do not have the money to pay my fees. We help you apply for bursaries, but we don't need to let it. We don't need to come late. Bursaries for next year will be closed soon. So the sooner you come forward for help and for information, the better for you. You understand? Yes, guys. So for more information, you come to my desk today. I will answer your questions. I will give you more information, and I also spend some time doing some airtime with you. If you, Is there anyone that has any questions now that I can answer? The teachers, anyone that has a question?
I want to ask if you guys take people who have technical maths and civil engineering.
All right, that's a good question. So, guys, Rosebank, our qualifications do not require specific subjects. For instance, if you want to study IT, a degree in IT, all you need is a bachelor pass. You need to pass your languages, and then you get your admission. Obviously, depending on space, but I promise you, we're usually not full. So it doesn't matter which subjects you do. It doesn't matter which subjects you do. If you want to study Bachelor of Accounting, you aspire to become a CA, General Accountant, all you need is a bachelor pass. You need to pass your pure maths by a minimum of level 4 and your maths is by a minimum of level 6.
That's accounting. You don't need to have done accounting, but at least you want nice years, but numbers, yes. So your APS does not matter, but at least if you want Nomi uzothatha isheti yakho ne uzothatha isikipa sakho. Anyone else with a question? You have a course in mechanics. Okay, that's another good question there. Guys, we are a growing institution, so firstly, we don't offer any qualifications in the health sector. We don't offer any qualifications in the science field as well. So we don't have any engineering qualifications yet. We don't have any health qualifications yet. That does not mean that as we grow as an institution, we won't be offering those qualifications. We all be constantly adding more qualifications to accommodate more students. So, to answer your question, we don't have it yet, but it might come in future. You understand? Yes. Now to the speaker.
So say requirements for boutiques. Requirements for boutiques.
So, as I said, we are still a growing institution. Unfortunately, we don't have what is looking for right now, which is robotics. But I would encourage them to, go to your usual traditional universities and check the requirements now. What's it now? Yeah? But we don't have it now. That does not mean in the next coming years, but now we won't be offering it. All right? Okay. Guys, please, I'm here
Sir, I want to ask if there is any range of courses that we have in Rosebank. Do you do all the courses or we have some sort of?
So your question is, what qualifications are offering? Oh, okay. We have 6 faculties at Rosebank College, guys. We don't offer everything. As I said, we don't have any engineering courses. As I said, we don't have robotics, or we don't have medicine or nursing. Six faculties. We have the faculty of commerce. We have the faculty of finance and accounting. We have the faculty of education. We have the faculty of information and communications technology. We have the faculty of humanities and social science, and we have the faculty of law. So all of them but we can direct you to a place that will assist you. Applying or consulting with a Rosebank employee or a person that is affiliated with Rosebank does not mean one household for the Rosebank or you are forced to study Rosebank. Rosebank can help you or direct you to a place that will be able to help you. You understand? So if mana uzo robotics, I need to understand. No, I will assist you, or I will get someone that can assist you with whatever career you wish to pursue. Yeah. So guys, I want to encourage you guys to be motivated. I want to encourage you guys to love yourselves. Before you get motivated, you need to love yourself. And I want to also encourage you guys to take seriously about the brand that you are. You know, what you post on social media can come back and bite you in the next 10 years. And what you affiliate yourself with right now can come back and bite you when you're looking for that dream job. Because in ways that what you are facing, affiliate yourself with is very important because it does not necessarily define you, but Abba will see you for what you put yourself out to be. You understand? So stay nice, stay beautiful, stay smart, and stay great. Thank you.
All right, give it up one more time for Rosemary. Okay, awesome. Are you guys still up? You are still concentrating, eh? Let me check that. Clap once, clap twice, clap once, clap once. So moving right along, we're going to introduce our next exhibitor. Let's give it up for CSIR. Let's give it up for CSIR.
I don't want to speak too much. How are you guys doing? Okay, so my name is Sianda. I'm from the CSIR. CSIR stands for the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. I'm not alone, with my two colleagues, Mr. Tshimologo and Ms. Sizimele. So we are basically a very huge organization. We are basically a company, not a school, and we are state-owned. We have campuses, 3 campuses across the country. One in, well, actually, basically 3 provinces across the country. So we are from Gauteng specifically. Our main campus is in Pretoria. We have a campus in Stellenbosch and Rosebank, in the Western Cape, and we have one also in Cape. So basically, we cover any and every career under the STEM umbrella. You know what STEM is? Who said it? You don't know what STEM is? STEM. I don't know. Career. So STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. So anything under that broad umbrella we cover. So robotics, electrical engineering, chemical engineering, mechanical engineering, anything. If you want to do laser, computer sciences, IT, anything under that broad umbrella. We actually go later on today and check it out. Some of the people. But basically, we can tell you guys maybe about our groceries, which cover everything. The very nice engineers, and we get that top, we choose their own nice accommodation we cover. We hold tuition fees, we have honors programs, we check in on you, if you're doing fine, wherever you are. And what's nice about our grocery is that we have job security. So after you graduate, you have a job basically, you make So that's what we can tell you guys about. So when you come to our table, I'll let you know what I do, and we'll give you more details about our university. But it's very, very nice. I wish I was like
going to introduce our next exhibitor. Let's put our hands together for Absa. Give us a hand. Okay, let's keep it down, please. Don't make it noise then.
So as England, we have lots of things that we do, but today we gonna just try and focus on new ones. First of all, our first differently and try and make it for you guys to the institutions that we just spoke to you just now, so that you understand how they links to these institutions that just spoke to you now. For example, Rose told you now about their careers and the private institution, right? Which means they don't use the investors. We have to pay. So, and we all know we don't all have money. How are we going to pay a Rose Day when we get accepted, let's say, to start in January? What do you want? What you pay, your guardian for you, they need to pay for you a cost bank so that you study. So how APSA gets so I'm sure all of you know, right? Yes. So I'm sure some of you have heard something about it. You can go and do a student loan, right? Yes. You all know what is a student loan? Okay, so guys, after we have something that's called a study loan. The loan is specifically meant for studying. It's for students going to school. We pay for your tuition, we pay for your residence, we pay for your study material, and anything that's related to your study that is required. And then now, I'm sure everyone wants to know how do I apply? Because I don't work as a student. How does it work? So for the study loan to apply to parent, it needs to be full-time employed. Then the parent or the guardian, the person who's responsible for you. I know not one of us that the parents are working, are responsible for us, our guardians, siblings, family members that take care of them. That person, if they are full-time employed, they can come to us with your acceptance letter, with their income, wherever they work, and then apply for the funds that you need. Prospect funds you to pay next year for the full year. And then two, that mentioned, when it's approved, we won't give you or the parent the money, we will give Rosebank or we will give Expo the funds and pay for you to study. And then they will pay, they will decide if they want to start paying interest. That's out there. Thousand times. So the parent pays towards them. Then going back to these are like you want to take the loan, so now the students then come back to us and do the arrangement over this loan, right? So I was aware that you apply that loan. You bring the document do the application to the house. We are this policy and we have some how much is needed. That's all that we need to do that application. Others can get into your line. So that if you need more information, it's a deliver, there's another information. And also our special allowance for the people about the air. You can see the information is already there. The electric board, you are able to the extra board, you click on offers, you can see the you can get that information right from there. Secondly, yes. You can ask guys to ask questions and know things that you want to know.
Firstly, I want to ask, you said that you offer absolute. So, offering a loan instead of bursary, why is that so? Because you see, every business and every company stand to bring change and help people. Offering a loan only to ABSA can drag people's lives down. I know that it does have at the same time, but why do you choose loan instead of bursary?
I like that we are doing a very quick and move very fast than I can do. So that was I'm not very but we do you can go to our website right now. Absolutely, you will see that we do have passages, we do have lectures, we also do have postgraduate opportunities there. So if you want to apply for ABSA passages, go to ABSA website, it's ABSA careers, you will find it there. So you can apply for passages. So the reason why I started doing this, I wanted you guys to link you guys to that specific situation, right? Then there's no evidence for nothing. So I'm asking how you understand it. That's the first option. You need a loan. Not everybody is going to get a passport. There is passport. Not everybody is going to get a passport. Others might be able to get the study loan to assist you to be able to study for any program you want to study. So not only offering the loans, that's just another option we have. We do have passages. Perhaps most of the companies they have passages. I will tell you from the institutions, there's not enough funds to give everybody to go study. So even those passages, they require you to have probably the best ones that you can get. So your results need to really deserve the passport. And it's not a lot of students that get those bursaries, right? So there are bursaries that you see, you need to apply for those bursaries, and you need to back it up with your results. It's not just an account, just because there's a bursary. And those companies, they want to employ you. So they want the best that they can get from you guys. So thanks for that question. Anyone else wanted to ask a question? Looks like we're going to wait for answer. Yeah?
Question. You know, most of companies or institutions that provide pasar, usually they take it as they are investing from us. You see, for example, maybe for the Tutuka pasar for a chartered accountants, there's that cycle program where you are being given the pasar from Tutuka. After you have done your studies, you will be offered or you will be taken to study or to do chartered accounting only. So, see, AFSA has something to do, money, business, all that. So, does AFSA offer all the maybe the focus that you want to do or
so they are moving good. So can anyone tell me who does the banking? Who are the banking? What about they do? So guys, the banking you find very good. The banking you find all confidential, right? Yes, generally associated to only comments, but there's everybody. For example, let's say who builds an ATM, who programs an ATM, it's an IT person, right? So we find everybody there. So to answer the question directly, so there's programs that are listed under that website. So we only select the programs that are viewed as in-demand programs. You'll get your ITs, you'll get your accounting, you'll get your operational science, you'll get your engineering, all those configurations that are scarce and in demand. It's not specific to say banking or accounting. Everybody is catered for, but only programs that are in demand. Like he explained to you that the qualifications that are out there, not all of them are in demand in the job market. When you're starting out tomorrow, there's no job there. You need to go find something else that works for you. That's why it's important to make sure that you understand that the program you want to do when you're done out there is going to give you something. So if you go there, you see all the list of the programs that are there. So you can do your engineering as long as you take those qualifications, you be funded by the person. It's not specific to only banking or commerce. For example, I'm from a science background, but I also have commerce. So you can treat anyone there, right? Then I will quickly address the zero. Where's my customer here? Where's my customer here? So he spoke about zero peace. So as the bank, it's our responsibility to make sure that we bridge the gap in our societies that we operate in terms of financial literacy. So we know underage and teenagers, students, those people are unemployed, right? But they do need to use what? Our facilities, right? That is why we have students and youth accounts. So all those accounts, the only purpose is to make sure that we give you financial guidance, financial advice, financial literacy, and you are able to use financial instruments. You are able to use a bank account, you know how to use a bank account, you understand what is it when they say you must save money, how to save practically now, not just theory. We've got an account how to save this money, where and what happens if you save it. And all these accounts we do not charge anything because you are kids. You're not supposed to pay. So all these accounts, youth account, student account, they are free and they come with some benefits also. My other customer then said that every month you get a voucher. Yes, they get a voucher, they want to give a voucher, yes. Then I think mine was yes. Is to encourage you to be involved in that instrument and learn. So that voucher, just as you pop out there, they tell you to do something that is going to educate you in that area. You get that financial literacy. When you are done, you get a voucher. So that's what they are talking about. You are able to open a bank account, you don't pay for and use it. Also, next year, those are going to those are going to get their accounts is going to get paid into your account that you don't pay any fees going to you. So that's the other element that we offer for you guys. So all those who have done it 90 for the 19, they are able to just come with an ID number and open a student account, and it was immediately get your card on the spot, and you are sorted to use your account from there. Those who have done IDs, you are able to take your parent with your birth certificate, you walk inside the branch, and you get your account in 10-15 minutes. So we do offer that also. We are right at the back there. Now I'm just going to take questions and you can ask any questions that further questions you can come to us and we can assist you. Anyone want to ask any question? Want to work at the bank? Want to answer? Anyone who needs to ask anything, you can just walk straight to us. Also, if you want to open the account today, you can also open the right and get your stuff. So again, if you listen when I explained, I said the person, the parent, the guardian who is responsible for you must be full-time employed. It's a loan. A loan you cannot apply for a loan if you are not employed earning income. So that only works for those. Obviously, if there's no income, then we want to speak about NSPAs, we're going to speak about bursaries. Those options, if there is no income, bursaries, NSPAs. But if you are lucky, you have the parent or guardian that is full-time employed, then you have the third option of a study loan. This is not the only option or a primary option. This is the option. If the other two fails, you don't get an response, you don't get bursaries, then if the parent is employed or the guardian is employed, then you can have to take the study loan option. It's not the only option, it's not the primary option, you don't have to go for the study loan, but the option that's available for those who are able to take it. We covered.
Okay, we got one more time for the answer. Okay, we're going to introduce our next exhibitor. Let's put our hands together for IDC. Give it up for IDC.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well this morning. My name is Simone. I'm from the IBC. I'm with my colleague Nando, who is back there. So I know that most of you will not know what the IBC is or what the IBC does. So the IBC is the Industrial Development Corporation of South Africa. It's a state-owned entity that provides funding to entrepreneurs, to businesses with the mandate of economic growth and job creation. However, that is not the reason why we are here today. The reason why we are here today is because we want to inform you guys about our external bursary offering. So we have an external bursary that provides funding to mostly STEM qualifications, and one of our exhibitors will explain what STEM is. So that was science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. We also provide funding for your law, your commercial subjects like accounting, supply chain management, your business management, and other qualifications will also include, your statistics, economics, and econometrics. And our bursary is a full comprehensive bursary. Once you are finished with your studies, you want to pay it back. So some of the benefits that we have is that we pay for your tuition, we'll pay for your accommodation, we'll pay for your books, we'll give you a laptop, we'll also give you a transport and meal allowance so that when you're at the university, you don't find yourself struggling. So, we do have requirements. As our ABSA was explaining, that often the requirements are quite steep because we don't look at your APS, but we look at your total average. So when you combine all of your subjects and divide them by the number that of subjects you are registered for. So for example, if you are doing 7 subjects, you add all of them up and then they should be able to give you 75% average. So that is the requirement. We also look at the household income, and usually we look at 350,000 combined household income. However, we have realized that there is a missing middle, and then we have now increased it to 600,000. So the documents that we would need to supply us when we apply is that we would need your certified ID, we would need your certified June results. If you already have those for first term or even grade 11, we'll take those. However, you must be sure that your results, like I said, the average is 75, because if it's below that, the system will automatically reject you. So, if your parents are working, you'll need a certified copy of their payslip, and then obviously their certified ID copies. If parents are not working, we will then need an affidavit stating that they are not working and a 6-month bank statement, so for us to be able to check if indeed there's no income coming through from them. And our bursary applications are open at the moment and will be closing end of September. So the 30th of September we will be closing. So what you need when you apply, like I've already mentioned, your results, your ID, will also need proof that you applied to a university. So we don't fund private institutions, we only focus on public institutions. So it might be a traditional universities like your VITS, like your UP, and we also fund University of Technologies like your DUT, your CPUT, and your TUT. I don't know if anyone has a question, but then we'll be taking a lot of questions by our is the information that the IEC will provide you with, and we hope that you guys have been applying because applications will be closing in September. So same with us, and others will also be closing in September.
Okay, there's a question. So,
Question. So, sir, I want to ask, we have mentioned that in order to apply to IDC Pasai, you need the approved copy of the university that we have applied in. So, you see, we are in Madrid and then the university having accepted us yet. So, there's nothing that we said that we are accepted or not. It just said that pay. So what do we say to you? What do we, I don't know, what do we do in order to make you believe that we have applied?
So once you have applied, you usually receive an email saying that we have received your application for this certain qualification, and then once they receive your final matric result or whatever, then they will be able to give you a response. So that's what we need, a screenshot of that email you apply and you attach it on the application, and that's all. We don't have specific subjects, like I said, we only look at the average. So when you combine all of the subjects that you're studying and you divide them by the number of subjects you are, studying. So if you are doing certain subjects, you combine all the percentages and divide by 7. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take other questions from our desk. Thank you so much.
all right, give it up one more time for IDC. All right. So introducing our next exhibitor. Let's put our hands together for Harare Library.
Tshimologo, njani kodwa you got a like to write this. Like to count? Like to count? Yo, that is very sad. That is very, very sad. Why did you guys have a count? If I may ask. You lost them. Okay, twice a year. If you lose your card, I'm giving you a tip. Twice a year, you can visit in March during Library Week. You can make it with the back of you. During school holidays, beginning of school holidays, So if you lost the club, I think there's kind of well, it should also give you that answer. So I'm going to talk about how can I I'm going to talk about two things. Liberation as a career, as well as liberation in terms of the city of Cape Town and how we link with the city of Cape Town. So in terms of liberation, there's four areas of liberation, right? We've got your public librarian. I'm a public librarian because I work for a public library. So we are a library, that's a public library. So if you look at the city of Cape Town libraries, we've got about 103 libraries, which means if you've got one library card, you can use all of those libraries with that same card, right? Also, we've got school libraries. For private schools or for schools that can afford to have a library, they will have a school library. That is also the career coming from librarian. And then we also have academic librarians. Academic librarians, as the word says, they are from every academic institution. I'm sure all these academic institutions that are here, they've got libraries, which means that they need qualified librarians to work for them. Then lastly, we've got specialized or information librarians. Those ones that work for private companies. So let's say maybe a pharmaceutical company, they've got their own information department, they require a librarian to work in the information library or in the information library. Also, guys, in terms of librarianship, it has unfortunately become scarcity because one, the number of institutions that provide the qualification are much less. I think in South Africa we've got four, if I'm not mistaken. So we've got DBT, which is where I studied government technology. We've got Portugal, they've got librarianship. We've got University of Western Cape, we've got UCT, but unfortunately UCT doesn't provide undergrad status because you guys are undergrad, you first need a degree before you go to UCT. So UCT only offers postgrads. Right? Now we're going to talk about city of Cape Town. So to run a library, it's a very complex profession because at the end of the day, it's a lot of standing points. What you guys see in front, that is just a fraction of what we do. So now with other librarian, and this is something that Cape Town prioritizes. Cape Town does not employ librarians without qualification, right? So if ever you are employed as a librarian by City Cape Town, you need to be a qualified librarian. You need to be a member of IASA, so that they. So what do we do with the library? We buy books. Remember, City of Cape Town is a local government municipality. We get funding from the City of Cape Town. That money that they give us to spend on books, you know those books which we buy from. Because some of the students, this is my community, this is BS, right? What your BS What BS does, they're going to look at what does say rules in terms of BS studies. So first we focus on our class. So what are you studying and teaching? We're going to find out. We're not come to you and ask you, but we'll find out, okay, grade 12 leaders, they're using this type of study, or they're using this type of study. And then we hide from the money that we get from the city. Now, here's one of the complex issues that we have. Whenever we use those funds, we've got to follow strict collection development policy. There is from the city of Cape Town. So the Cape Town said, we give you as a library 120,000 to spend on this. Now, as a person who's not a qualified librarian, it's going to be very difficult for you to know what to spend that money on. Because remember, you didn't study librarianship. You don't understand what exactly is necessary for the community. Because remember, whatever you buy, you need to make sure that it's also used. Otherwise, is expenditure. So if I buy something and it sits in the library, it's not used. When we go back and we look at the materials, we're like, what is the money? So in fact, sometimes someone's going to come and ask, I want to do this. We do have DVDs, but we might not have brand new DVDs or like that are latest. The reason why you are going to think, people are not taking DVDs. How many people are borrowing this? What's streaming now? You've got your Spotify. Nobody's interested in this. So this is when now we realize that everything that we buy as a library is mainly focused on what we buy for us. Your study material, every year, we do our best to buy those study materials and make sure that all of the children is in the community. And also, please note, the library is free. The only time you pay is if you use our library material. Remember, these books that you borrow, they are city receipts. Meaning that the municipality will hold us responsible and say, we've got like 1 million books in here, and you are missing a certain number of books. We need to account, we need to give the city, our department, and say, okay, we need to collect these books. Come take that, but we need to provide the report and say, what have we done to get those assets? Because they are city assets. Also, our department, so now we've got to liberation, but within the department also we've got other sections for the marketing department. So they take all our communication and marketing, all that. So if you are qualified marketer, I'm not sure what qualification you need to be a marketer, but you can work for that department. Also, the collection department, collection development department. What they do is they create a plan for all these librarians in the situation. Remember I said how many languages we have? One is in three. So the collection development department, they ensure that firstly, each library they've got a collection development plan that they will use to buy books. So I'm going to advise you guys to something that maybe you might not be aware of. Your voice in life is very important. What do I mean by that? Suggest library materials to be modern. I'm sure you guys can stay here and we are supporting. Which means that we thought, I think some of the libraries in energy, there's most of the people in science, there's Sizimele, there's we are some, there's Makaza library in Masaka. So all those libraries, if it's not library, it's in your community, and it's something that you have, go to the library and say, I would like to recommend a particular book to the library. Then they don't buy it, but what they will do is they will consider whenever they buy it, remember, we are buying for you. So your input is also important. And before we buy, we first look at what does the community want. What is our community want? And then whenever they create the collection development plan, they will eventually go back and say, okay, they need standards. If ever in any library that you go to, there is no study guides, please ensure that you inform them that we need more study guides. Because there's no study. In fact, the reason is just inform the library that can please have more study guides. Because this is funding that comes from the city of Cape Town. Right? Also, the city of Cape Town offers capacities. Right? Like I said, the relationship has become scarce. Meaning that it falls under the city's spectrum of scarcity. And then those facilities, they don't necessarily need just those universities. You can apply them anytime. So it means that if you are second day, first day, I think the rest is closed. It's, yeah, they closed on Monday. So when you apply, you missed the seat, but it doesn't mean that the next day you don't have to apply. You apply, you can't just apply they will eventually take it. What is good about this facility as well is that as much as it doesn't guarantee you a job. I'm not talking about declaration, right? Those buses are not specifically for declaration, they're for every period. But whenever they give you a bursary, first preference comes to you as a bursary holder, meaning that whenever there's a vacancy in whichever sector that you are in, whenever you apply, they will start with you as a bursary holder. Because remember, they invested in you, and it makes sense for them to start with their bursary holders. I had a question.
I would like to ask, as we know, the enforcement falls under the City of Cape Town, so what should I do to apply?
That's a good question. So now, City of Cape Town is the website, right? When you apply for anything in the City of Cape Town, we apply from the website. So when you go to the website, on the website, we will have a link for bursary applications, and then you will just follow the process and apply for them, right? Lastly, what role does our department play within the whole of City of Cape Town? And this is also very important so that you understand as to what are the functions that we do. Remember, we've got young people, ECT, right? What that is do, we partner with our local ECT centers. We say to the ECT center, try to share something. We say, hey guys, can we partner with you? What we do is we do all the books, but also we take the kids. Now, as I learned, you need to be a storyteller. You need to know how to do storytelling. You need to read for the young ones, right? Because education doesn't start from high school. As young as you may be, the more you start reading. I mean, in our department, for a program where reading for a child starts when the mother is pregnant. Whereby the mother will read for a child, even though the child is not very old. In fact, you become a member of the library. You start being a member of the library from the day you're born. As long as you have a birth certificate, you can now become a member of the library. So, executives, we assist them. We support them, and actually helping them to go and take kids to the library. Because sometimes it's nice to come to go out of the crash and do activities somewhere else, right? And then lastly, you guys are matriculating, right? Next step is the first thing out of school is going to be one of the most crucial years of your life. So, what libraries does, we support the unemployed. By supporting the unemployed, we've got programs that caters in terms of creating cities, assisting you how to apply online, those vacancies now. I mean, in fact, even the city, all the city permanent jobs, you apply for them online. So our job as the library is that if you come to the library, firstly, there's free internet, there's free computers. As long as you're a library member, you can sit in the corner. Remember, we're sharing the resources, right? So as long as there's an available PC, you as a user, you as an unemployed person, you are able to come to the library, create a CV, look for how to write a CV, come to our staff and say, look, do you have a program whereby you prepare unemployed people? Remember, you go to a job interview, you just press for the school, you might not even know where to start to apply for a job, right? You might not even know how to prepare yourself for the interview. And the library space is a space where we create an environment where we ensure that we cover those basics. Because sometimes when you interview people, you're like, it's probably not. To close it off, I just want to say Sizimele, good luck guys, in the 3 p.m. And we are looking forward to you guys moving forward.
All right, give it up one more time for Halal Library. Okay. You guys want to be tired, yeah? Tired? Okay, almost done. We're going to take our last presenter and we are done, yeah? So let's give it up for our life coach, the Eagles Hearts life coach. Let's give it up for him.
Well, I understand you guys, right? I'm not going to take much of this time. Simple definition of a coach. He is a sounding board. All of you have an imagination that you can think, but you need someone to sound your thoughts and to help you to explain them better. Unfortunately, in high school, you've not been exposed to that, and your teachers, at times, for one reason, they are there to teach. There's no time for coaching. That's the only challenge. But they can coach you, they are also coaches for life. A coach does not have to go to a specific school to learn coaching. Your career, you are the coach. When you begin to share and guide, you become a mentor. I've got 2 lines of career, IT and life coaching. So I use robotics to teach thinking and creativity. Then I use soft skills in coaching to make sure that you're right and you're getting better. So I'm going to demonstrate about 2-3 members of the team around me that will come forward, who will come forward, so that we can demonstrate on what coaching and how coaching goes down. Then you can come.
I'll say the number, man.
I'll
say the number.
Each, the most successful people in the world, they are the coach.
Okay, Marono Twana Leherile Guamus.
Do you know Elon Musk? Elon Musk, you know him? He has a coach. The president of South Africa has a coach. The national team, that's why there's a coach. But you need somebody to make it better for you, to apply it better as well. The best successful individuals in life, they have a coach. But I would like to change one thing. That school wasn't to be a school. My sister said, okay, that's never going to be. Exactly. Let's stop that today. Wherever we're old, the future is in your hands. The principal is not going to give you the future. The teacher is not going to give you the future. Your mother brought you up and your dad has brought you up. At this point in time, you're going to be going to varsity. It's in your hands. At varsity, come and eat and study. No. You only see the name on your list. You've done it, you've failed. And it starts right here, right now. So if you expect to be pushed in life, it stops today. When we walk out as exhibitors, one thing you have to understand is that our call was a university tonight. I also when's your assignment? You get in the lecture room, you go home. Then you write an exam. When your name is on the list, you're in, otherwise you're out. Go home. Do not waste time, ladies and gentlemen. Do not. Maybe some of you are here and the teacher is constantly pushing you. Think again. Where am I going? Do I need this teacher to push me? Surprise your teachers. Show up on time. Don't look up at the gate after the time is gone. Where are you going? The government
program says every learner must be in the class. It doesn't matter what time they come in. And if you take advantage of that, you're setting up yourself for failure. Because MC, you rock up late, you're fired. You rock up late at lectures at varsity, you're failed. At least you pray. May I borrow a second mic, sir? So, these are my coaches, my clients. We're going to be talking about work situation and how things are going at work very quickly so you can understand what I do in the corporate world. With the youngsters, I help you to map your future, to make sure that you get a roadmap where you're going. When you're going to Eastern Cape, you either choose N1 or N2. Isn't that so? But you're going to end up in Eastern Cape. If you don't choose the road, you end up in Joburg. Now, talking about names. Oh, my name is Will Zono, like the Zono Commission. I'm the Equals Not Life Coach. If you Google it, you'll find it on every social media. I do this in life, what I'm doing today, motivation. I help you to map your future. We develop what is called a proof of evidence to show that you can life to go forward. I'll start with the first one. What does it say? Okay, let's tell us the first card and the most important one. What does it say?
All right. I listen to others before giving my views.
All right. She says she does what? Before she does. That's a very powerful point in life. Quietness and listening before you give a view. Don't be the first one. Wait. No. Now, in the professional world, I'm just going to ask one to whether I don't ask too much. How does it work at work?
Maybe I can also start from home. How does it work at home?
Yes.
Because I'm Mama Galona, who's also taking her time. So she's your age. So at home, as a mother, because time has changed, I'm not changing. As I was when you funeka wenze into efuya esikolweni ufuna ukuyobana ubeke incwadi utshintshe uvasita whether ukile okanye umntana aziseveli thina besisiya esikolweni ungaphathanga ukhero uyazi into yobana before ufike esikolweni mhlawumbi uqale unje ustand to make a friend. Then you go to school, then your grandmother will deal with the rest. Then when you come back to change clothes, starting from the underwear, you've got school clothes, you've got church clothes, church underwear, you change everything, and then off you go, you start with your questions. But then now, I'm actually changing. Our man is never going to sit to the car, so if you just follow it and then you're going to right, then they are most of and find another to go over there to about so who's the man when they
She just explained that she's a coach for mentoring your daughter. That's what a parent should do. Asking and listening. Teachers should do the same thing. If we're not taught about managing your down, the teacher should say, how can I help you with that? And they must have made a translate. How do we do this? You know, and then you have to be respectful as well. Listen. You are happy to talk. Men, I can want to establish for English and do teach you how to do it. The teacher can give you somebody or a teacher. Next time.
Alright. Then in my career, I'm Lieutenant Colonel Damani. I'm a team leader at TPCI, that literally which is known as Ops. So I lead a team of 5 members. So if we have a task, like when the project and major cases, if there are a lot of us, 3 more cases, if fraud come under the top of 7, then we combine them and then form a project and then we work on that. Then we work as a team of 5. Then we need to governance sibalisele ikhondo sithethile. Then as a team leader, voice out to some that this is what I think we should do. But then I sit back and listen to the team members as to how are they going to contribute, what are the views, how do they see whatever that we need to do.
And that makes her one of the great leaders because she's a listener. She's not giving. She's a commander, she's a left, she can give commands, jump, do this and that. But she believes in one thing, listening and talking. Because of God.
I believe it is important to stick with the task until it is finished.
Oh, she never leaves anything hanging around. You work with her, start your stuff, get it done. Never go anywhere else without finishing. That means listening at home, M70, and God's good community. You give her something else, you are sure she's going to get done.
I am known as somebody who's highly determined and focused.
Oh, determination and focus. She stays in the zone. When M70, they know this one will not start doing other things until this is get. You can see it's almost similar to her, but she stays in the zone, she's focused. How was it transcend? One thing at a time, stay in the zone. So whatever you do as a learner, you grow up and your daughter gets in her hands, she's gonna focus on you. She's gonna hold my hand. You're done. So, anything else at home? Does it look like that?
Okay, I will be surprised for this whole thing.
Okay, at home?
Okay, as a very young person, I'm very old. So as a very young person, you know that we
Okay.
So not as very young people, you know, it is a peer pressure. If I go now and in school, if I go now and so I always make sure that I stay determined and focused because I'm not doing the way you for me, but I'm also doing it for about what I said about the kaya. I have a brother, I have a mother. So I always remember that I'm not doing it for me, but I'm also doing it for you.
Great. Yeah. All right. In closing, I do approach to students, educators, organizations, community leaders, church leaders. Have you noticed that in the church, it's not talking to them, those adults. In the church, you are appointed as leaders in a team, but there's never team building. You're expected to work as members in the church, but no team building. So I come in and I do that. And you as learners, when you say, I need a direction, I'm doing matric yes or grade 11, I haven't defined my direction. I need help. That's where I step in. And I'm accessible by the schools if they need to do that. We have a session one day, and we do a group coaching to define your life, where you're going. We do that. I would like you to succeed. I would like you to be the leaders of your life. Last statement I want to give you. Whenever you go to a presentation like this, you go to any room like this, be the one to come and sit in front. Why? Why do you want somebody to drive your car and it's your car? Because your life is your life. Sit in the driver's seat and drive it. Whenever you sit at the back, it's like you're hiding from something, somewhere you don't want to show up. You may be good, but when you sit in front, it says, I know where I'm going, I've got a direction, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. Know your why. Why are you here? How many better we coming from home or home? Mama wakes up in the morning in tears after night, worrying about you. The first thing you wake up is to demand what you want and I want. What if you ask a simple question? Mama, help me to get a child in this house. I want to go to varsity. What do I need to do? Give me an assignment when you go home. I would like you to ask your mom to sit down, get a basin of water, hot water, put some salt in it, wash those feet.
and say, thank you, Mama. Thank you for raising me. Say thank you. You will see the difference. Your parents will be blessed. And if you're a child that goes to church, put your hands on their head and say, man, may God guide you and bless you as you raise me. Because I've got the capacity to go to. My name is Wilson, I'm a life coach. God bless you.
All right, let's give it up one more time. Okay. Thank you so much. So without wasting any time, I would like to just thank you guys for cooperating. So what we're going to do now, we're going to all stand up and visit different stalls. So make sure that you visit all the stalls. If you have any questions that you want to ask our exhibitors, make sure you do that. So please make sure you visit all the stalls. When you stand up, you don't have to see anyone going on. You go visit all the stalls. So I would like to wish you all the best for the rest of the year. You are almost near writing your prelims, your finals. So for you guys right now, the year is almost out. And I believe you guys are going to do great. So I wish you all the best for the rest of the year. So you can stand up there.
Hi guys. Right? Oh, Shaman. Satan? Mame. Skip up. Siap. Siap. Okay. Life coaching. Anyone can do that. At your age. I'm not thinking people 4-year-olds and 5-year-olds that are playing around with kids. 5 or 8 primary school. So when I go back to primary school, teach one and doing assignments. Now you're talking about discipline of study, discipline of focus. You can never teach somebody when you don't know. Never. You can't go there like, let me help you. You look at it like, oh, I forgot this primary. What should you do? And you can do that. Secondly, peer pressure. Let me ask you a question. What's the best part about life orientation or subject that you like?
can tell you.
English. Okay, now you can take that English, back engine, behind engine. You call the kids and just speak English with them because some of them cannot. Teach them how to say, my name is walking, I would like to have a glass of water, start writing compositions, simple composition. I was born in Croatia, my mom is alive, I go to school. Composition. It's teach in English, you approach it. You start right there. Now when you develop it good, you're going to learn communication, presentation skills. Because on the stage it should be presentable. So you can't go like, forget about it. Well, I mean, if I was there, I would go like, Lele is the zone, is so you've got to be yourself. Now, here's another thing. All of you, when you're together, you speak louder. Yeah, but you come in front and then you go, why? What's happening? Why do you do that?
Because you're shy.
Oh, what? You what? For you?
No, besides being shy, you're afraid of being laughed. Because when we are sitting down, you get to laugh at us. But when you go there, people will laugh at you because you know that it's wrong.
Let me tell you this. Never concentrate on somebody laughing at you. They're never going to change you.
It's hard.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm telling you. So that you must be conscious about it. They'll make a joke about you. They'll look at you, will they change anything about you? No. You know where you're going. Focus on that. The sensitive topic. Because the relationship is common. And so if you don't have like this human or you know whatever the case may be, tell them, I'm going to this human about labor. That's it. When you get that degree, you're not going to be human. You're going to meet somebody with a degree. You're going to be together because one God, they're going to estimate your dad. They've got 2 or 3 girlfriends. Simple. They are playing. And in fact, here's a challenge. You are not having a relationship with a guy or a girl for matters of life like you're about to get married. No. You can have 4 boys to go out to the movies and that's it. And you're perfect. But in those 4 boys, when you are busted, you begin to remember. Good. Now you choose. But for now, just chill, guys. Never be pressured. And just, this is what you do. If a guy comes to you, and stop looking in the eyes of that guitar. Talk to me, walk with me because I'm walking. I'm not going to stop because you want to talk to me. You want to talk to me, so walk. So you know those you must be in control. So confidence, build it. Confidence is knowing yourself. Yeah. Exactly. You mustn't worry about the ones that look cool and like they've got everything. They don't have everything. They're doing that to cover up something. But if you like show up and go on, you're not really good at it. At this level, you're not working for matriculation. You're working for so all you need to get to think, we have done this, we come to that. Now you if you decide what's your dream. Working for government. So what you do is you go to senior council, you go to offices around, and you say, listen, student, I want to do public management. Now, how do I go about it? Can I come here and spend a day with you to learn what to do? That's how you do it. You don't have to have a teacher to do it. But go on yourself, you'll learn from. They'll make an appointment. Then they'll speak to you. They will show you what everything happens. But in the system, perhaps I can go because IT engineers and so on. So even if you don't be an engineer, go to the bank and find out that the buildings, that the cars, can be mechanical and fix their cars. complement has all the departments back there. So even if it's a hospital, there is everything. Electricity, if you're going to be a teacher. Okay, administration went up. A teacher. And there you go. She must be a teacher. Now, being a teacher is the most powerful position in the world. Because now you look at social media as an influencer. Teacher is a powerful influencer. So, next time they ask you, just tell them I want to be an influencer. You want an influencer what? Teacher. You influence them. So you're an influencer. So exactly. For me to be here, Abazali, everyone in there has to be there, but has to pass through a teacher from the R all the way to classes. What do you want to do? Teacher. There you go. Primary or high school?
Primary.
Intermediate first, okay? Primary. Doesn't matter. Foundation. Okay, good. That means you have a lot of questions. Listen about now. They do whatever they do. You know? So you need to get them to focus for 10 minutes, next minute, you listen again. So the whole point is that now what you need to do, now you are already in this school, but you want to be a primary teacher, go to a primary school. Find a teacher in the primary school. The one they consider one of the best teachers of the organization. How do you do that? How do you become a good teacher? It's about love, patience, having a knowledge, planning, executing. Like this invention, we plan it, show that. Imagine if you plan and you catch the last minute. So everything you plan, you execute. You plan, you execute. Never miss class for anything else but sickness, maybe death. But literally never do that. You will have tricks when you graduate. You're going to have all the fun when you graduate. We're going to a party, I say, and I'll school there, degree. Yeah, but say, because they will come back. What did you do the whole weekend? You studied, became better. You go to class, you're the ones answering the questions in class. Never hold back. If you're good at something, say so. I'm good at English, so I'm going to change anything. I'm good at English. I'm good at maths. I'm good at whatever it is. I can help you if you want to. I'm available. Like now, which grade is this? 11 or 12 or just 12? So, this grade 8 is here, right? So what you can do is, if you have the time, you can say, I'll be helping those students that are struggling with English come to this class this time. That makes you better. You know, most of the times it's common school and we go. And yet there are people that need a solution. So you need to become a solution to the problem. When you become a solution to the problem, somebody else is going to be a solution to your problem. So you're not selfish, you're giving, you're sharing. We're not praying for this. I mean, I work for myself. I'm at home. So it depends on people call me to do whatever I do. Like what I was doing with the Hawks there. That's what I do in companies. To help them to talk about what they can do, what they understand. And you can see there are 4 colors in life. You either red, green, blue. You know? So if you say I am adaptable, I can adapt to any situation. Flexible, spontaneous, conceptual. And conceptual, do you think out of your brains when answering things is calling? The teacher might say, hold it, I'm going to figure verses, they can play language as I So Papa doesn't need it. It's because you're good at reading. Library, reading is your superpower. Never forget. Always have a book to read. Always. And it doesn't have to be about school. And when you finish your book, you have another book. Today, I want to technology. The books are now audio. Which means you're not going to be working like this. You might do this, but you're listening to a book. And they think when you just dancing all the time. And just listen to book. So, also as English, then you'll find everything about English. Find books, you put them on your phone, and have to walk and listen. So you become a master. I think adversity, everyone has to check it out. Because you're already there. You don't have to be adversity to behave as if you're that adversity. Behave as if you're adversity right now. So the monthly adversity, you just fit in. You have been lost as skipper. No. We are figure, that's it. As if you were there a long time ago. Which means I'm saying, take time to go to universities you want to go to. Be there, we can walk around the campus. Nothing, just walk around. So that the first time you go there, you are not new. You are alive. You can ask a lecture, listen, I'm doing a shit. I just want to sit in your lecture to have a feel of what it feels like to do a lecture. I'm not sitting for the intern for a day. So this world is open for you guys. The thing is what you're thinking, what you do, where you're going. That's what you need to understand. And because of it, people say, okay, now the time you plan as they grow. In fact, that's application of this AUWC. And I know a lady of my AUWC that she was 50 years. So I could say, here's a number. You're going to do this. Hi. So what do you want to do when you grow up? HR. Human resources. Ooh, okay. So you see, you are doing something that's very important because at the home, there's HR. Your friends? You go to church, there's HR. It's about people. So human resources, it says, if there's something to give up, I will get you into the That's what HR is. And HR is exciting for me because you provide solutions to other surveys and other things. They'll tell me that, hey, I need to consult you. How does it go? You must be an expert at policies. So which means even in our school, instead of understanding research on HR, go to which company is in charge of what you know? Tshimologo technology. So you go to Tshimologo, you listen, I want to do HR, but I want to talk to an HR manager there. What do you do? Right. After that, you go to ShopRite. You come back, and then you go in time to a huge company. And say, listen, I'm a student. Go where you look. Go in your uniform. Tell me why you went to whatever. You go where you look. I'm here to make an appointment to meet the HR director, HR consultant, which they can account. I like to have an intern session. Because they're not going to do like that. You have to go to them. Once you understand the streams of HR, then in choosing your HR degree, you will know, oh, investment technology, HR development. I guess I'm going to general HR policy development. HR development, so you can decide what you want. In your own life, I'm sure you want that also. There's a little bit of you understand how to do it. Read always. Once you put your headphones, you find out they're working on it. It's okay. You must have the time for that. Your time must be reading. So books. Books. Everything about the chapter now, everything about this. You know that you can get your matric paper translated into an audio with AI. Then instead of reading the actual paper, you listen to the paper. Hi guys. And you can do that.
I just want to ask, does this online live coaching advices not work only for people who are going to cities?
No.
Because start doing what it's quite a lot. Then you decide to say that. Then maybe you may not be live.
Yeah.
So
Nyatela, it's okay.
so that if other people are not going to university because of marks. With your life coaching.
Well, life coaching is for all ages. It's not limited. Everyone can coach, everyone can become a life coach. You become a life coach when you sort of become an expert at a topic. Something. So I help, you can see my vision, it says, awakening imagination in everyone. So I help you to think out of the box. That's what I do. So you've been thinking, yes, so you've been thinking, I'll come in and ask you a simple question. So you think about that. So what? For instance, you're going to get an English degree. So what? You're going to get a degree. So what? Or maybe the question is, now you've got an English degree. What next? Who is going to benefit you having that degree where you come from? Because you graduated, it's not about you. It's about other people. And I think you need to understand, I need you to understand this, right? In life, getting educated, it's about other people than about you. What does that mean? It means you're getting empowered to go and serve. In schools, they've been missing on the doors of that enter to learn and exit to serve, isn't it? And that's exactly what that is. In the Bible, we are Christians. Jesus didn't do much, just serve. That's all he did. And he's the best social worker. He's the best trainer. He's the best CEO in the world. He started one company with 12 people. Now it's the whole world. His teachings are simple. He uses nature to teach. That tells you something. You can use nature to teach. Simple. You can use a tree. You want to teach somebody to understand something? Even science. Look at a tree, how it grows. It's actually a seed. In the seed, you cannot see that there's a tree. But when it's in the right environment, exactly, it grows. Now it's the same thing. Create an environment. Choose the right phrase. That when you speak life. You're not taking life. You are not talking about other people. You stop each other, I heard you talk about us. CRPT, I'm not going to. You're not ready to understand talk about after what. So we're going to be talking Essex Yanda. Okay, we're not going to talk about slow time. What are we going to gain about slow time? She has her own life. That's a waste of time. So who cares? Talk to me. I'll tell you what I was thinking about. I think I've come to the right one. Let's go. I have water for things. Then when you ask, you say the same thing. When you tell me that's why you do it. Isn't those a simple mean right now, at your age, you're a waste of time. You may sit and enjoy, but it must be for a short time. Your time must be to get that degree. After you get a degree, I don't care if you do it on. Normally when I talk, I say, girls, close your legs. Boys, zips must remain up. So the only thing you open is a what? Book. I'm okay. You have a boyfriend and girlfriend, they want to try to tell them, the only thing I'm going to open between you and me is a what? A book. If you don't want to open a book, then get out of my life. And unfortunately, here's the truth. When growing up, let's say you get a girlfriend, because she wants to go and have stories to tell. Boys, if you don't kiss her, it's like you're such a mafia, and there's nothing in the way. But that's life. That's peer pressure. She's under peer pressure, she pushes her to you. Then you end up doing something you're not supposed to do. God created in you what is called hormones. And here's a warning. You cannot control those things. Or they get out of hand. And when they get out of hand, it's a panda. You end up doing things wrong. But if you stay away from things that bring those things up, you remain protected. When you get a degree, then you can go, mama, I'm ready for a lady, a girlfriend. I'm ready to have a boyfriend. Put one up, but it's too late to explain one. I mean, you guys are only 16, 17. So, yeah? 18. So you got another 3 years in education, but 22 you have got a degree. You're still young. But according to today, at 22, you're actually very old. Scientifically, you eat all these things and then you become mature. But when sometimes the woman is just 10, but you look at her, you think she's 14. Only 10. It's because I told me, hi, welcome. Ask anything. I'm a life coach, yes. It's a company, not registered, but it's a company and the program that I run. Yeah, so it's mine.
So you studied to be a life coach?
Yes. I studied IT first, then I added the life coaching on. So as you can see the badges at the bottom there, those are all the courses I've done for life coaching. Yeah, I'm consistent doing it, now I'm doing about 5 courses. So you never stop, by the way. Here's another thing. Never stop studying. Never stop developing. Never stop developing. It's very important. Never stop developing. So as a life coach, as a life coach, you're sounding good, right? I've been up with them what is the boys age 10 and 12? So you need to talk to somebody. So you do what I'm doing. Boys, when you grow up, what do you want to do? Boys, you see shoes, you come from school, and guess what? It's coaching. It's not science. Make sure you take off your school clothes, change, and by the way, for me, Papa's a guy. Papa's a guy. That's all you do. Then you do what is called self-identity. Opposed to you sit with those kids and the buffalo is truth. That is more powerful than anything else in the world. Sounds a little bad, right? They know the first name of the son of the man. But go find out in the bad way. Whether you're a single mother or a single father, it doesn't matter. You got to understand that. That's what makes you who you are. You go to an interview, they ask you, so, who are you? Yes, tutor first. Who's tutor this sir? I'm going to go to Now I'm going to tell you my name. Tell you my name. That's where. What I've just told you is my lineage. Those that came before me. I'm standing on their shoulders. I'm sitting on their shoulders. What you're seeing is because of those. Through my father and my mother. That's the power. That's confidence. That makes you to go to anything, do anything that you want to do. That's it. They know where you go. Now, Uber means like a car. If a driver takes hands off the steering wheel, what happens to the car? It goes off the road. Your life is a car. Hold on to the steering wheel. If you let go, it goes off the road. And then you go, how did I get in? What happened? Oh, you let go. You allowed your friends to tell you, let's go to the party. Okay, let's go to the party. Okay. This house I went once. I said, so I learned out the whole weekend you're out. Monday you're coming to class. Baba nice.
So being controlled by others.
Oh yeah.
So your main income comes from life coaching.
Yeah.
So how does it work? People come to you.
Yeah, so for instance now, I charge 950 per hour. So what I'm doing now, I'm charging 950. I need to talk to your coach. Before you come, you put me in my account. See, and I'm seeing that before. What's up? And be like, well, I was thinking I can go to university, okay? Which university? Okay, I'll be in university in Ghana. Okay, listen, take the phone, put your this and that. So nowadays, I'm just making I'm sounding both of your thoughts. You have these thoughts already, but they are like this. So when I put it on, you make it. That's crazy. I do not tell you what to do. No. I say, that's it. I listen. You say something about okay. So after that, what do you think you can do?
So the most people need to what cases like what do you struggle with?
Well, it depends. Some it's in marriage issues, work, diplomatic, some it's I would like to get 90% this year. I would like to change my behavior. I disrespect my parents. I don't know why. I am rude in class. So in other words, you know your problem. You don't come to me for me to tell you a problem. The problem is I'm only getting 50% of my subjects. I want to get 65. We're not talking 100, 65 or just 60, from 50 to 60. Not 10%. Then I'll help you get it. But you're going to do the work.
So when you are still coming up, like, what did you do after school?
Project management. Oh, as a child?
No, after studying for life coaching.
Oh, no. Remember, I did life coaching when I was doing IT. Project management. I do what is change management, training people how to use other programs. I'm a facilitator and a trainer as well. I'm a strategic developer. So even doing all those things, something clicked in me that and I started doing courses on life coaching, like emotional intelligence, neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, neuro, programming your mind, so I can help you to reprogram your mind to become a better person.
You study psychology?
No, but I've been reading about psychology. Yeah. Some of the things, varsity is there, but you can do a development study at varsity private. It's just like the world, when you go for a job, they're going to say, what degree do you have? Is it necessary? Studying is necessary. But can you live without it? You can. You can do today work. How many of you work with AI here? What do you do with it?
I make films.
Make movies? You what? Ooh. Do you have a place where you put them?
It's on my phone. It's just projects for now.
Okay, good. Where now?
Well, there's a lot of things that I've done. I've made sketches. I have edited my own book. I'm actually an entrepreneur, but I use AI to edit my code or program something that I think about myself.
Okay.
It's not a full-time project. And I also talk to AI a lot to express all my ideas.
Yes.
I have a lot of ideas. Seeing that I'm an entrepreneur, I'm not only interested in one thing.
Yeah.
I can just talk to my friend here and then it suddenly elicits an idea.
Your entrepreneur mind comes out.
Yeah, I just like recently I've had ideas about building, writing a manga because I'm also an anime enthusiast. So like there's comic books called manga. I don't know that.
So you would be a manga from Kairi?
Yeah, no, I don't want to do a manga. Like my long-term goal is to do a tech company. I even have like the idea of what it does, its name, but it's not registered. What I've already started is a website to stay on that sounds I still do the product research, so I haven't launched yet. But I use AI to talk about all of my ideas. I have a lot of ideas, even ideas that are not tech-wise.
You know what you can do? Students struggle to understand the subject. You can actually come up with animated lessons.
Okay, I was going to ask about your business coaching. How does it work? Well, you coach anyone in any business.
So I'm not a coach is outside of the business or outside. So I help you to think and to see things clearly. Right now, you say good ideas. My job is to help you focus on that. Others are there, yes, but focus on one. Others will follow. That's it. So right now you're at the point where your mind is buzzing with all these ideas. But the more, when you go to varsity, I think I can tell you, focus on one idea.
Oh, no, the thing, I kind of don't feel that good about going to university because the only thing that I was interested in studying in university is information technology. But I already know a lot about IT. You know, I have a Python certificate, an entry-level certificate, and outside of that, I already know how to build apps. I know Java, I know CSS, I know HTML. I know a lot of things about
Hey, stop abusing her, man. I'm gonna call the police on you.
I know a lot of things about IT, so that's why I'm not interested in going to that thing. What I want to do is build startup. I want to build business.
Okay, good. I hear you.
I need coaching. I need coaching on how to do it. I think I need to do short courses on that. I mean, like online short courses on managing business, growing people and all of that. Because I don't want to be a programmer, a guy writing the code. I want to be the visionary behind.
So you want to get programmers to write the code for you.
So I'm more into
more
a
the
leadership.
conceptual.
Yeah, I'm more of like an idea and visualizing kind of guy.
So what you need is just start it, have a coach. Which can be somebody running a tech company, a CEO.
I need someone like
So I'll suggest one for you. Mr. Kari, Tshimologo Technologies.
Do you have any way that I can access something?
Yeah, sure. It's on Facebook. It's everywhere.
But then
inbox it. Go to your office, write a letter, drop it. They'll give it to you. He'll call you. He'll definitely call you.
Has he called just anyone or
anyone?
Anyone. Can I get your number?
Yes.
So that we can chat on WhatsApp.
Okay. It's 074.
I'll add you now.
Because I also wanted your number. Ngokuziqokelela kangaka i-certificate kaloku.
074?
No, I'm just asking questions.
074?
074, yeah.
56?
56.
11? Double one again. 9. Just say Coach Will.
Coach Will.
Like Will as
in Will Smith.
Oh, like that Will. Coach Will.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Optimus Prime.
Oh yeah.
You like Optimus Prime?
Oh yeah, that's my man. So, when you need to expose yourself to tech leaders and anyone that has been running a business. So you need to learn how to run a business. That's all. So you need to learn how to register business, how to do booking, accounting, and then how to resource getting programmers to work for you, and then you put them together. Because today you can run a company at home.
Yeah,
you don't have to go anywhere.
I'm already running.
It's called virtual office. Now you already do Python programming.
Yes.
You can start coaching kids at primary school Python programming. You're a coach, and then they come and pay you $50 for a lesson. That's money. You don't use that money for anything. What I'm saying is that you keep it to do something bigger, better.
I need it for more fun in my business. And I also have like a social media profile, so I can maybe use those small funds to like promote my posts and produce.
And if you're on social media, then start teaching Python on social media.
No, I'm not interested in teaching actually. I just want to make it personal.
I want to make sure people know you that you can do Python. So when they come to you, you tell them, I develop in Python. They come to you, you don't develop it, you get a developer to do it. But they must know you're a developer. They're not going to come to you and say, I do Python development, can you write a program? No. So you're not a developer. So they must know you as a developer. So when they come to you, you get a developer to do it. So listen, Joe, I know you can do this, please do this. Hi ladies. Come. Talk to me. Thank you. So what's going on? Who is who? What's your name? Yeah? Analysis. Talk to me. What's going on in your life? Which varsity?
I want to go to university to study law.
Law. When
I want to go to university to study nursing.
Nursing. Oh, okay. I love nursing. Nursing. Everyone in here is gonna get sick, and they need a nurse. And everyone in here is gonna be a problem with the law. They're gonna need you. But why do you want to do nursing?
Because so if so like for for instance, like if
because Bumakulu or Akeba ever since.
Yeah.
But it's old age.
I know it's old age, but so if
and do you know that you can have a practice as a nurse? You don't have to wait for anyone. People come to your nursing office and you can do that. And I know a lady who's doing that, and I can get you to talk to her. When you finish, you go talk to her, you sit up yourself, so you don't have to go to the hospital, apply for a job. No. So, lawyer, why do you want to do law?
I want to do a law because I want to stand for people who can speak for themselves.
As is in the second is time and is it right? Now, if you career is perfect for you because it's your choice. I love law. So this is what you're gonna do. Give an assignment. Go to the law firms in your union. You're a student, remember, with a badge. Go there. Go high. As I said, I would like to study law. But I would like to come here and have a 1 day service just to learn and understand. I'm asking you can help me do that. Just 1 day. Don't you want to come like every weekend or once in whenever you're on holiday, you come work with us. So when you go to schools, people are running around, you go to the office. You begin to do administration, understand what's going on, processes and so on. But when at the same thing, you go to a clinic, you volunteer, and start volunteering now. You have a chance of a weekend, because normally clinics weekends, that means maybe sometimes are heavy. So when you become a student nurse, volunteering, I'm not getting paid. No, not pushing paid, then you have to that understand that, this is what it's going to take. But I've given an idea, but you don't have to practice. In South Africa, negative prescription. For instance, driver's license, we need eyes testing. We can organize that. We need what is called a new check-up for the border with the civilian code. We're going to do that to sign. That's today. That's 250. By the time you finish it, it'll be 600. So everyone who wants to do driver's license. Yeah. So my job is to listen to what you want, and then I'll ask the right questions. Like now, I'm just sort of giving you ideas what I should do, because you told me what you want to do. Then, because Nena, you are focusing on writing a trick right now, you didn't think like that. So I'm here to do that. Then while you're busy writing a trick, there's nothing wrong. Find your lawyer, find it. If in Kalabara, you got no. If I do, I want to be a lawyer. Can you tell me what do you do as a lawyer? What is your day like? Can you take me one day when you're going to court? You can say to your teachers, and this was answered in a school in my child. I'm going to be an intern as a lawyer. I'm going to be You can ask politely. Sometimes the principals or the teachers just need to understand that. Because we are escorted in real life. More important that you can understand things that you want to do. So you can achieve everything and anything in life if you focus. And I'm saying anything. Now, let me ask you a question. So you become a nurse, you become a lawyer. What next? Because you've done matric, you've got that degree, what next? What next?
So, no se cae, like a copy could just stand and mama just stand. So, all as a mama miss and then you focus a good
So, this is what I want you to do. I'm trying to go and write your plan for life. You put 2027 UJ study nursing. How many years does it take?
Huh?
How many years does nursing take?
4 years, but I'm not applying for 5 years because so for 4 years, then 5 years I'm practical.
Okay. So 5-6 years, no? So 2027, 2030, so 2030 you finish in 2030 something. So you finish your degree in 2030. Nyanga okwena abantu baright. Ukona extend of no kai in on whatever the case may be. So you build the house, you build the maker, so on. And as you do when you have to think beyond, because I then begin to get bored and start doing things that are not necessary. Then you start what is called a coaching mentoring program for the kids that want to be nurses. So you'll be like me, just talking about nursing. For you to be a nurse, you have to do this, what I do, and so on. Organize what is called trips for education. So I'm organizing a trip to go to Bala Hospital. Take those kids, they dress like hospital doctors, they walk into the hospital, talk to a doctor, because you are coaching and mentoring. So in other words, find something else to do beyond your graduation. That's why when I'm under that graduated, they have no direction. The business of the left right side, they get to come. Do you drink that? Don't ever do that. It's a waste of money. You know, you put a trial and work, it's 30 rand that done. And they'll sit there and drink 10 of them. So 30 times 10,
30 times 10.
30 times 10. 30 times 10. 300, yeah?
I want to ask
Yeah.
assistant to your work because I'm out of law, I'm studying for study.
Yes.
So I need to be assistant.
Now, I'll tell you what is going to make you be consistent? Maybe that's the thing we need to answer, isn't it? So, I want to be consistent. So, what do I need to do to be consistent? That means now you've gone to varsity. You want to be consistent in passing your courses. You want to be consistent in attending all the lectures. All right? That is going to bring consistency in your life. Even now, never come to school late. Don't leave too early because everybody is going now. You're like, no, chill. How can your house is not going anywhere? Chill. If it's a school, what time do you finish school? Do you leave here? What time do you leave the school?
5.
At 5. Okay. Yo, that's a long day. What's happening? What are you doing in the hotel? When's again afternoon after 3? Can you do 9 after 3?
No. Okay, per day, per subject, afternoon.
Are you doing well with that? Is it helping?
Sometimes. Some other subjects are helping, some do not need an afternoon.
So, then you don't attend those. You tell your principal. So, Nichoba, it's a nasty job. whether you do 100%, you must attend. No, you don't have to.
You have to.
Why?
Because the teacher says so.
I understand. So, have you ever negotiated with the teacher?
Even if you do so, they will still say, that.
You should try, man. Now I understand about we should stay every day to do this. But lay your main for that subject when you do another subject that you want to do better. You can still stay. I don't want to go home, but I'm already good with this. I'm not good with this. I want to focus on this. Allow me to do that. And you do that. So in other words, you need to learn to communicate, to ask to get what you need to get. Sometimes it's not. The problem is we don't communicate because, like you said, the teachers are gonna be. You'd be surprised if you get them when they're sitting down to talk nicely. Are you sure you want to do that? I want to do that. Okay, now. And maybe it's an idea that they never thought about. Then they're gonna say to the whole school, if you do well in a subject, but on that day when we sit here, when you feel like you want to focus on what you don't do well, then that's what you do. Because one of the things you're used is 1, 2, 1, 2, move. Whereas now you've got right metric. You should be able to express length of no ends so that now we can pass it the way you want to pass it. So, excuse me, what's your pass rate? Yeah, I'm a coach. I don't judge. For you, when do you do 50s and 60s and 20s? Do you do 10s and 30s? What do you do? What's your lowest mark in class?
Lowest mark is
50s. And when? 50s. And how many subjects? No, the ones that you get called for.
Life science.
Life what?
Science.
Ay, Dobazana.
Term 1 it was called 6, but term 2 dropped to code 4.
Kanjani mfethu? Life science into
But I was
it's a social science. It's into zobomi nje na.
Life sciences because abesikoleni batshintsha othishala be-life sciences.
Okay.
For instance, from term 1 we had Mthingeni, then wahamba yangu Bengumisi Mthingeni, then wahamba yangumzimkhulu wahamba then kwazi ukusifundisana from other school bazosifundisa. That's how we maintain code 6 on term 1. It's because of Msifundisana. On term 2
okay, what's so special about her that you
we understand what she did.
So what you're saying is the problem is how the teachers teach.
Yeah.
Can you not study it and pass on your own?
Life science is not.
Okay,
like
what do you learn in life science?
I can go like doing a class of business studies for a month.
Yeah.
Do you pay next month?
So
but
pass.
life science, I pass. But life science is no answer.
Okay, who can't do life science? What are you learning?
Everything.
What?
like brain,
ear, eyes, cycle, everything that you have on your brain. And some other topics are about
life
plants.
science. Is that used to be called biology before, no?
Yeah.
That was my best subject. I could miss class with that one. I just read a book, I'm done. Now I'm gonna take it from my head. The only thing I wanted to master was the eye. I wanted to be an eye specialist. And I went to IT. So life science is you must be interested. Any subject, you must create an interest. Now again, you've got YouTube and all these resources that can teach you life science. As long as you've got that curriculum and you know the things you're supposed to do, guess what you can do? You can get them online and pay attention. Spend time to move from around 50 to your change to 65. So that by the time you're writing your matric, you apply matric in the next 2 months. Are you ready?
No, but we have to be ready. I don't have a choice.
What's not making you ready?
It's because I'm scared. What to do?
Okay, no. To be scared is good. That means you're ready. Anybody that's not scared is dangerous. In anything in life, you get to be scared. Remember when I was speaking over there? I was shaking. When you are afraid, that means you're in control. But when you think it's cold, something is wrong. You make silly mistakes. So, yeah, try to speak. Teachers are human beings. You must speak to them when one-on-one. Just teacher can have a word with you. This is where I am. This is where it is. This is how I see things. And I would like to do this, and that. That's it. And I see when she becomes a lawyer, you see the hawks. They need lawyers. Nurses, I need it at the hawks. Nursing sebenza na mpira, but you run your own nursing agent, nursing program. When it's better like straight program.
It's not easy to start up a business.
Who said that?
It's not easy.
Oh yeah. You phone this guy. He will help you to start a business. You must just have the qualification as a nurse, and then you register with the nurses fraternity and whatever the case may be. Then you register a business, and that's it. You have a practice. So now as a nurse, you can specialize also as a nurse. Do you want to deal with kids, urban battle? You can do that. Specialization is always the best. So for you to be consistent now. Do things right, doing assignments out of home. Between now and the time you write the check, you have no social life. Cut it out. You have no social life. They would rather call you names, but you want to go and do your work. So cut anything, party, whatever. If you go to a party 1 hour, you come back. That's aluminium. What's booze over there? So let me treat no. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Once you cut it out, then you're focused. Then you become consistent the time you wake up, the time you sleep, the time you choose friends that are serious. You should have friends, right? But choose friends that are serious and be intentional about it. Approach those that are serious and listen, I want us to study together. I see you serious and serious. You don't tell the others that are not serious that you're breaking them off. No. You're just going to tell them that you're busy. I'll be studying, I won't be able to come there. I won't be able to do this and that. Or invite them to come to study. If they come and make noise, tell them, please don't. I've got to do it today. And that's it. And remember, I'm not going to go.
So you must choose friends that are serious.
Choose friends. I'll give an example. Have you ever seen, well, today maybe, chickens hanging around with dogs? If they're domesticated, yes. But in nature, chickens goes with chickens. So dogs, lions don't with dogs. Lions will eat the dogs. So you need to be the lion. Eat the dogs. A lion not hunt all the time. A lion hunts when it's hunting. That's it. That's a lion. Now, I chose the eagle. This bird is so. When there's a storm, a whirlwind, the eagle will fly up on top of that whirlwind and it opens up a wings. So it doesn't struggle. Other birds are flapping, running around. The eagle says, you need to be the eagle. Ride the